Remember, Guffy, think for yourself, like I said, not think for yourself and don't do what I say. When I told you to think critically, I didn't want you to think critically of me. Could I distract you with vampires? You see, garlic is an antiseptic. Because of this, various African and other traditions have done things like rub it on snake bites or stick it up their butts during bouts of stomach illness. So some white people come to the place with snakes. Well, not white people. I am the one white man. Everyone else, white devils. So some white devils come to the place with snakes after St. Patrick Hour. They're thinking they're going to do the same. They're not doing the garlic thing. They're sucking the blood out of the snake bites. And if you got a cross on your door, they leave you alone because they don't have to spread the gospel to you. And they can't handle sun well either, right? So they don't like garlic, but they do like sucking blood out of snake bites. And they can't handle the sun, and if you put a cross on your door, they leave you alone. A couple of years later, cross is off the door. Mower come back, you explain. Suddenly Europeans are believing in vampires. Humans aren't immortal, but conquistadors keep coming back. So if you're still Team Edward, you go, girl. But just know he's Christopher Columbus, or Ponce de Leon, or Dolly Parton. And I am not a werewolf. See? See? Ah, yes, my home, the sea. What shall we see? Well, shallow there, Plank 2. Don't call me Goyam, first mate. Greatbeard Kesha likes it, and I'm circumcised, so I'm like the mulatto of the traditions. Damn you, Kellogg! But this isn't about the most pressing issue being discussed on the internet. Project Orca is going to take that top spot, foreskin warriors, for too long genital issues have plagued the planet. We have hygiene now. We like pleasure. Leave the bits on loan unless otherwise requested. People can look up doctors when they're ready. Let your kids ask questions before you go explaining that shit. I was force-fed the magic of sex since age 4. The first thing I learned about my penis is that you can play with it to make it hard. I'm totally sidestepping that process, lest the older generation repeat their mistakes. However, if someone asked me why that was happening, I would explain that it comes in handy later in life, but it's nothing to fret about. It happens and it goes away. If it doesn't go away, you can tell me. We'll call a doctor. But only after like 4 hours, and then those kids aren't even trying to jerk off because they want to know if they can keep it up. And they learn it won't stay up, even if it does go off. And it's not tied to anyone else yet. It's just their body. They're not chasing that satisfaction from someone else. Might compete with their friends and wonder why the ones in dresses can't, but at this point, it's just a biological fact. Meanwhile, I saw Dave Chappelle jerking off to a nude magazine at 8 or 9 and was promptly handed a stack of such material. I am comfortable with these discussions and have been desensitized to various forms of media that I wish I hadn't been, but we live and we learn. When I had the chance, money, and fully formed mind, I had my genitals altered to better suit my life. I got a vasectomy. It's a thing people can do. I don't have jokes about this. They can modify their genitals when they're older. What I do have jokes about is lady pirates. I pirate them right out of the air, and I leave them there because I want them to be on cloud 9 and feel cloud fine. 24 and up, ladies. Ning Ning can watch, but I'm pretty sure that's still grooming. I've learned my Korean heart belongs to Leah, and this won't end until a very particular set of lips around my circumcision is met. That one I didn't agree to and would like to have not happen. And also, those set of lips are vagina lips. Blowjobs are no checkered flags, lady. If someone says that to you in the backseat of a car or bedroom, gross. But I'm saying these videos are all I have without you. And your mouth can't just take that away from me. I need all of you to send one of you, or any multiple thereof, to participate in the selection process. Professionals, acquaintances, celebrities, and foreign diplomats under the age of 45 and aligned to the left. Actually, this brings me up to something I've been saying, but it's good to leave on public record. I can never get into dating apps. The swipe method is gross. If I walk into a room with people lined up like that, I would feel so pressured. That's why brothels and police use side by side. You literally probably did this initially and then realized, oh hey, we need the match system and that doesn't work. Yeah, dipshits. People do the selection match process when they talk. Just put a spam filter or something. Like if a guy is relentlessly hitting on women, don't charge more. Charge for dating advice. And then hide the ratings from people of that dating pool, right? Like hide the ratings for women from women. Hide the ratings for men from men. And then the women can be like, hey, watch out for this guy. Let the fishers judge and let the fish swim. Okay, where were we? Ah, yes, the sea. Okay, I need to issue an apology. There's a soundbite calling out homosexuals a few episodes, and that was never properly paid off. Like, it is still offensive to me, and I wrote and performed it. I know this may sound like I'm a poser, but I've posed with stuff in my butt, and on more than one occasion that was a man's flesh. Those times were photographed, though. You gotta stay posed and poised to pose. I long for a lady's flesh back there, but alas hasn't crossed my path in such a manner. Wouldn't see them if they did. What I'm most excited about is wedging mine between our bellies. How's that for coming on your tits? Hold on, I'll grab a towel and a fan. No, we don't plug this one in. You tell me where you want my hand to go. Perhaps those sweaty balls I'm about to lick. And now you see why this has to end. It's getting way too horny. PSA seduction. PSA seduction. I've got to free so many women, and every time I talk about that, they want to know about my sex plans. The cruise ships are out there, ladies. The fellas don't want your bits there. Get out of the gutter. On those cruises, those fellas want a pirate adventure, not this cis straight male gazy fantasy of being dominated by women that remind them of pop stars they worship. They want to worship you as you drag that boat on land. They want to be those pop stars' holograms in the flesh, lip syncing in wigs and heels and looking fabulous the whole time. Am I right, fellas? And if that's why Republicans support Britain, because you can't handle that? What? You think you know all the answers? You remember when Hillary Clinton talked about super predators and then crime went down? Not because of police reform, but because more kids were sitting in watching TV than being out smashing windows? And now you just want to keep this going. You just want every gay son out on some boat. You send them out with the Scientologists. You send them to the Navy. You send them to Texas. And that's where they come from in the first place. And there's too much oil down there. Not the kind of one I want to rub all over their rippling bodies. And men. I'll hit you on the big tummy too. 24 and up, fellas. Also, I do not like men's attitude, so you will be paying me for my services. Gotta keep it real with you, bros. Anyone calling the SWAT better recognize that's why I'm in international waters. Just like all your favorite... And that's why we gotta search these ships. Lithuania had guns on it. Titanic is still killing people to this day. These monstrosities must be stopped. These monster cities could be dropped in a place near you. I'll take one if you have some to spare. It's like buying a storage locker. What's in there? Guns, drugs, humans who didn't buy tickets, perhaps unwillingly there? Again, these don't run out of the U.S. They are under very little scrutiny and just are popping up all over. Stop here, stop there. Freighter just goes back and forth. Cruise lines, stop here, stop there. Think of the adventures below deck. Just like that club under Disneyland, you know, because you can't get in. Yarr, me word count is saying I'm getting too good for this shit. I only boarded this vessel to fuck with the bozos. Now I got how many episodes in one? And I apologize. Did I make amends or what? No. Here's why. I didn't get any feedback. I assumed the feelings of a group and then realized I may have messed up. Didn't confirm with any of my gay friends and just spat out more of my own opinion. If you were offended, good. I am abusing my audience, and I need to be kept in line. But I'll never stop, baby. You got a dry patch of skin outside that tight Speedo, and I'ma get it. I'ma charge you extra if you waste my time, but with you, Guppy, my time never goes to waste. Free Abby, Brittany, Candace Owens, Demi, Emma, Frida Kahlo. Oh, free me from my ignorance about Gal Gadot. Free Haley Williams, no relation.